Hello students, let us discuss about the differences between system theory approach and contingency theory approach. We consider some 10 aspects, and each and every aspect let us differentiate uh, between systems approach and contingency approach. So, meaning, if you take the meaning, systems theory explains the assembling of things connected or interrelated to form a complete system, whereas in contingency theory, it explains that there is no prescribed managerial action or organizational design that is appropriate for all situations. Coming to the nature, in systems theory, it is more complex and unclear, whereas in contingency theory, the approach is very much practical and action oriented. Coming to the concept, systems theory approach defines the interdependency between systems and subsystems. In contingency approach, we can see that it focuses or it attempts to define the nature of interdependency between different parts of an organization. Different parts of an organization, interdependency between various parts of the organization. Coming to the assumption, in systems theory approach, it assumes all organizations are similar or same in nature, whereas in contingency, the approach assumes each individual organization is unique in nature. Relationship. In systems theory approach, it does not explain clearly the relationship between organization and environment, whereas in contingency approach, it clearly explains the relationship between organization and environment. Coming to the solution models, in systems theory approach, it provides theoretical solution models to organization, whereas in contingency approach, it provides practical solution models to the organization. Coming to the principles of management, in systems theory approach support the classical principles of management, whereas contingency theory it focuses much on the modern aspects. It rejects the classical principles of management. Coming to the environment, in systems theory approach, it is very much concerned with internal environment of the organization, whereas the contingency theory approach is concerned with the external environment of organization. Focus. In systems theory approach, much focus is done on the process of production, whereas in contingency approach, the focus is much on minimizing the organizational problems. Coming to the viewpoint, in systems theory approach, it is a general view of organizational variables such as technical, social, personal, structural and external variables. Whereas in contingency theory, the approach, we much focus on the specific view on how the organization gets adjusted with the environmental demands. So this is the regarding the differences between the systems theory approach and contingency theory approach. Let us discuss about management, whether it is art or science, and management as a profession. So here, first let us concentrate on art or science of management. The controversy about management is science or art is going on since so many years and still exists. In order to identify whether management is a science or an art, it is necessary to understand the process of learning, because the process of learning is different in these two cases. For example, management as science. Science refers to a systematized body of knowledge acquired by mankind through observation, experimentation, and intelligent application, which can be subjected to verification. It is based on logical consistency, systematic explanation, critical evaluation, and experimental analysis. Management and science are interconnected. Various theories are being continuously formulated as an aid to a more systematic analysis of managerial behavior, thus resulting in the study of management moving into the management science. Management satisfies the basic characteristics of science as it is a body of organized and systematized knowledge which includes general principles relating to planning, decision making, coordinating, controlling, etc. These management principles are based on the experience of practicing managers and are empirically derived. Thus, a student of management do possess the knowledge about various principles of management and other variable factors on the basis of which he or she can anticipate results in a given situation. So, based on these assumptions, we can say management as science. Coming to management as an art, art means the application of skills and finding a desired result. Art is the way of doing things skillfully. In art, you can learn how to use a particular principle in bringing a desired result. Art is a reflection of practical application of theoretical knowledge. Thus, art has to do with the application of knowledge and expertise in performance gained through experience or by practice. Management is also an art. Management principles are optimized by the managers in solving the management problems in a given situation. The function of art is to effect change and accomplish tasks through deliberate efforts. Every art is practiced and is concerned with creation of something different. So finally we can conclude, or we can say that management is both a science and an art. As a science, it provides general principles which can guide managers in their efforts. As an art, it consists of tackling every situation that might occur in an organization by applying skills. A successful manager is a person who has the required knowledge of management as well as its application skills. Now, coming to management as a profession, let us have a discussion. Management as a profession. According to various research studies, management is not considered as a profession because it does not satisfy the basic requirements which are available in in professions like medicine or engineering, law, etc. However, there is still confusion regarding management as a profession. In order to identify whether the management is a profession or not, one has to understand the meaning and concept of the term profession. So, profession means it always refers to the occupation which is usually practiced by professionals such as lawyers, doctors, engineers, etc. Special knowledge for solving problems and handling tasks is required for carrying out a specific profession. According to Roscoe Pound, profession is defined as a group pursuing a learned art as a common calling in the spirit of public service. Webster defines profession as a vocation, requires advanced training, and usually involves mental rather than manual work, as teaching, engineering, especially medicine, law. And coming to the features of profession, for the basic features of a profession, for example, it should have systematic body of knowledge, professional associations, restricted entry, code of conduct for members, and service motto. So let us let us explain them in a brief way. Systematic body of knowledge. Systematic body helps professionals to gain a clear knowledge about their profession. Similarly, in management field, there will be scholars and practitioners who work for different problems and find solutions. They develop some principles to solve them. Thus, this feature of profession is suitable for management to be called as a profession. And professional associations. In professions, there will be certain representative bodies or associations which regulates various kind of professions. They frame certain standards in education and training criteria for those who are new to the profession or entering into the profession. However, in case of management, certain associations at national and international levels have been developed for the benefit of management professionals. Legally, it is not required for everyone to get membership of these associations. Thus, this feature of profession is not suitable for management to call it as a profession. Restricted entry. The professional body restricts the entry into a profession for those candidates who do not possess prescribed educational qualifications. For example, doctor should possess MBBS degree. However, in case of management, there is no such prescribed qualification. However, any person, irrespective of educational qualification, can become a manager. Thus, this feature of profession is not suitable for management to call it as a profession. Code of conduct. In any profession, there will be certain code of conduct. It may include the following rules and regulations, norms related to honesty, integrity, and professional morality, etc., which are prescribed by professional bodies or associations. However, in case of management, there is no legal or prescribed code of conduct for managers. Thus, this feature of profession is not suitable for management to call it as a profession. Service motive. In profession, expert knowledge is required in order to serve the society. For example, in medical profession, doctors earn money by offering medical services, but their main motto will be to serve the society. Similarly, a manager focuses on his goals to maximize profits of the organization. For this purpose, they may uses good as well as unethical strategies to earn more and more profits. Thus, this feature of profession is not suitable for management to call it as a profession. So, finally, we can conclude from the above points that management is not considered as a profession because most of the features of profession does not support it to be a profession. However, there are more number of chances in future. Changes may take place and management may also be treated as profession. Let us discuss about process and levels of management. Management process involves planning, organizing, actuating, controlling. So coming to planning, planning means designing the things to be performed, how, where and when to be performed, who will perform and what outcomes are to be assessed. Planning involves the selection of things from several choices. Among several choices, procedure of planning includes formulating the objectives, gathering and classifying the information related to objectives, creating an alternative course of action for performing the work, selecting the most appropriate action that yields maximum profit, developing methods, policies, schedules, procedures, standards, budget, etc. for the selected course of action. And coming to organizing, once the course of action is determined, the next step is to distribute the essential work between the working groups in order to achieve the task. The procedure of organizing is based on the work is divided into what we call component activities. People are assigned with the tasks and responsibilities are defined, authority is delegated, and creating organization structure to ensure coordination. Coming to actuating, actuating involves physical execution of activities resulting from planning and organizing. The actuating process involves the following procedure: providing effective leadership, combining both people and the task to achieve the overall objectives, developing effective communication, ensuring the development of a proper climate for subordinates. Now, and we have the other process, which is nothing but controlling. Controlling involves follow-up to make sure that the work is being performed according to the schedule and taking corrective actions to attain the defined objectives. The process of controlling involves continuously observing the periodic results of performance. This performance is compared with the standard performance, checking for any deviation, determining the causes of deviation accurately, implementing the necessary action. And next, let us discuss about the various levels of management. So here, if you see the levels of management, we have top level management, middle level management, and supervisory level management. So human resources of an organization are arranged in a hierarchy, and they all have the relationship of superior, subordinate, except the person at the topmost position who is superior alone, and person at the lowest level who is the subordinate alone. There are three levels of management, such as top level, middle level, and supervisory level of management. Coming to the top level management of an organization consists of board of directors, chairman, and chief executive officer. Top management integrates the functions of the whole organization. They are responsible for the overall management and perform all such functions which are necessary for the organization. Overall management includes determination of organizational goals and objectives, overall planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Functions of a board of directors and chairman. They determine basic objectives and policies of the organization. They select top executives and determine overall organization structure. They approve the financial matters like budget and appropriation of corporate earnings. They check and control the functions of top managers. They perform legal functions as provided under the provisions of the Companies Act. Functions of chief executive. He is the chief liaison officer between board and other personnel of the organization, and he provides information about what board has decided in terms of organizational goals, policies, etc. And he is the chief executive officer to execute these policies and programs into action. So coming to the middle level management stands between the top management and supervisory management level, and the major functions of middle management are it performs various functions of the organization so that the top managements get enough time for integrating overall functioning of the organization. Middle level management helps in the efficient functioning of the organization by maintaining coordination between the top management and supervisor. It concentrates on training and development of employees for better functioning and filling future vacancies which arise in the organization. Middle management manages the departments in such a way that they contribute to the functioning of other departments for achieving organizational goals. So this is regarding the middle management, and they act as a bridge between the supervisory level and the top level. And coming to the supervisory level of management, the supervisory management level is above the operative and below the middle management in an organization. Supervisory management is concerned with the efficiency in using resources of the organization. Supervisory level is directly related with workers. Therefore, the job of a supervisor differs from other levels of management. So, the functions of the supervisor are he plans the activities of his section, classifies and assigns jobs to the workers, guides workers about work procedure, solves problems of the workers relating to job, provides feedback to management about the nature of work environment in the section. He maintains discipline among the workers, develop the right type of approach, and maintains good human relationship among them. So this is regarding the functions of the supervisor. Introduction to functions of management. Uh, we can discuss them. Various managerial functions. Management is considered to be a process and identification of the basic functions. The basic functions describe the job of the management. The basic functions of management are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, budgeting. So planning is outlining what, how, where, when, and by whom a task is to be achieved. Everything is planned before and a blueprint is prepared. Hence, as far as possible, a definite program of action is made because it refers to the future and the future is uncertain. The management takes help from research, facts, and trend forecasts. Again, planning is the pre-action stage and it has the basis of all future actions. Therefore, it states clearly what, how, where, when, and by whom the various business activities are to be performed. Coming to organizing, organizing is the process of arranging the human resources and other resources to work together in order to attain organizational goal. Organizing refers to a manner or a pattern by which a large number of people involved in group work association with each other in a systematic way to attain the organizational goals collectively. And the third important function of management is staffing. Here we'll be focusing much on the what we call manpower planning, recruitment, selection, placement, training, and development. So the objectives have been formulated. For example, see how to manage the jobs. Staffing is the function which enables recruitment of suitable personnel. That is very, very important. By recruiting the suitable personnel and by placing them, by giving them orientation or induction and training them, we can see they perform better. And the fourth important function of management is directing. Directing means guiding and supervising the subordinates activities in an organization. Management means getting work done by others. The subordinates have to be properly guided and supervised in their respective jobs so that the common goal is achieved. Directions are not only to be given but also to be obeyed. They must be definite, clear cut, understandable, communicable, and practicable. Direction sets the organization in action. And next next important function of management is coordinating. Coordinating means achieving team spirit and unity of action among the subordinates for achieving the common business objectives. In a business unit, hundreds of persons are busy in numerous different jobs, in various works, so many different places. All are individual and collectively working for the same objective called coordination. Need of coordination arises particularly because of the existence of numerous persons at work, subdivisions and complexity of work, delegation of authority and responsibility, chances of differences between executives and specialists. And next important function is reporting. Reporting refers to the duty or responsibility of the executive based on which he needs to inform his superiors about the record of activities performed by him in the organization. So he has to report to the higher officers what he has done, what are the activities performed by him. And last function of management is budgeting. It is a method of managing business and industry. It emphasizes the management should anticipate problems and difficulties. Prior decision should be taken for the course of activities during the upcoming budget period. it denotes a formal system based on the concept of budgeting. So how to allocate the funds, everything it will be decided, and accordingly the funds are allocated for different activities. So these are the functions of management. So with this the first unit is completed, and we have got an overall idea about the introduction to management. So in coming days we'll be continuing with the other units. So next we'll be studying about the planning and decision making in unit 2. Okay, so now I will stop here. Thank you very much.